Here's the truth. Most of us carry around mental habits we didn't choose. Where did these come from? They come from childhood mostly, our societal interaction about what we should and shouldn't do, that many of us, well, we carry into adult life. The question is, how do we start unraveling that part of ourselves? It begins with something simple but powerful: unlearning. Unlearning beliefs that no longer serve us, unlearning the inaccurate beliefs we were taught as kids, unlearning people pleasing, unlearning those beliefs that keep us suffering. This is a journey back to yourself, back to the real you. Hi, I'm Judd. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. And stick around till the end. I've got a bonus for you on how to create lasting freedom in your life. Yeah, it's not snowing here. That's the fluff from the poplar trees. Let me ask you something. Who were you before the world told you who to be? Before the labels, before the roles, before all the expectations? If that version of you had a flavor, like popping a candy into your mouth, what would that flavor be? Sweet, wild, free? Now, here's a big one. Is it possible to stop living on autopilot, to break out of those knee jerk program behaviors? The Buddha taught something really quite simple. And if you've been following my videos, I've been meditating Buddhist since '97. And not like I'm perfect, for God's sakes, I'm not. Just a regular guy. I screw up. I'm not present all the time. And, but the Buddha said the being present begins with mindful breathing. And no, you don't need to sit cross legged on a mountaintop to do it. Just breathe. Just follow your breath. Follow your in breath, breathing in, follow your out breath, breathing out. That's it. Pay attention to your breathing, your breath. And if you don't think you can do it, you can. Sitting on a lawn chair, sitting at a picnic table, riding in an elevator. How many have ridden up an elevator or down in an elevator? And it's like you're humming along to the music in the elevator. Breathe. Remember to breathe. You could do it standing in a line at the checkout, waiting for your, instead of tapping your toes, like hurry up, hurry up. Start to breathe. Just be mindful of your breath. Use it to calm yourself down. Or, like I used to have these little post-its in my car, and breathe in, breathe out. It's as easy as that. Breathing in, breathing out. I am aware of my breath on the in breath. I am aware of my breath on the out breath. And I know it sounds too simple, right? But hear me out. It might just help you too. Now, before your eyes glaze over, these teachings are thousands and thousands of years old. I've done this during meetings when things have started to go sideways. I bring my attention back to my breath. Inhale, exhale. Not like anybody was noticing, because I'm not sitting there going, hey guys, I'm going to breathe in and out. Just breathing in, breathing out, just bringing myself back to being present, not caught up in the drama unfolding around me. And you know what? That energy shift is real. It calmed me, and it calmed the room. I remember walking out of a meeting I was with an IT group, they were a client of mine, and it was starting to go a little sideways, and I started to breathe. And as I started to breathe, I just, it's as I breathed in, it's becoming more calm in here. As I breathed out, everybody is making an effort to be relaxed. When we walked out, one of the network administrators, Andrew, as we were walking out, he turns to me and he goes, "Did you notice something in the room there? Remember when things were getting a little bit heated in the meeting, in the discussion?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, I just noticed that everybody just kind of calmed down. And I just looked at him and went, "Oh, okay, yeah, I did notice that too." But my point is, try it. Try using your breath. It's one of the foundational hallmarks of Buddhistic practice, Zen practice. So, woodpecker. So you'll, and yes, I'm ADHD, leave me alone, get off my case. You'll find the difference. Here's a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh's book that I've read. I think I'm on my fifth reading of it. It's yay thick. It is a 600 or 596 page book. Uh, Thich Nhat Hanh was a Buddhist monk from Vietnam. Uh, what he says in the book is these two breaths enable you to cut through unnecessary thinking, at the same time giving rise to mindfulness and enabling you to encounter life in the present moment. Breathing with awareness enables us to return to ourselves and being present to what is important in our lives. When you practice this, you begin to escape the matrix of the mind. Think of the movie The Matrix. Remember how Neo realized he wasn't living in reality? That's what most of us are doing, living in illusion created by conditioning, and our mind tells us this illusion is real. But is it? Is it? The Buddha said joy and happiness come from letting go. So, taking inventory of my life, I found I was still holding on to stuff. How could I have done certain things better? Did I really need to sell a house? And when I went back to my foundational practice of my breath, I followed my in and out breath with, I was able to let go of those things gradually over time, just to let them go, just let them go. So I ask, what are you holding on to? Is there something you would let go of? What's keeping you where you are? Old stories, old fears, old versions of yourself? When you let go of what's no longer useful, you create space for freedom. And the awareness you discover frees you. Plus, it touches everyone around you. One of the biggest things I've noticed, it touches people around me. They go, you seem a lot more, well, since I got rid of my business, but here's your bonus for creating lasting freedom. Lasting freedom doesn't come from fixing yourself. It comes from realizing you were never broken to begin with. You don't have to earn peace. You just have to practice presence. Being present to your breath creates that. And trust that the real you has always been whole. If this message speaks to you, give it a like and drop a comment with your thoughts. I'd really like to hear from you. Until next time, keep focusing on your breath. Keep finding your center. And remember, you are not your thoughts. Have a terrific day. Love you all.